A very good evening. Welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Online transactions will be regulated, but no plan to impose new taxes, Trade Minister clarifies. Statement by Moody's Investors Service is ill-timed, ill-judged and hence unacceptable, government tells in a strongly worded letter. News in detail. Trade Minister Bandula Gunawardena says that the government plans to double exports to $20 billion within 2 years, producing organic foods. Addressing a media briefing virtually this morning, Minister Gunawardena said that the target would be achieved amid farmer protests and fears of lower harvest after chemical fertilizer was banned. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa banned the import of chemical fertilizer from the next cultivation season and is encouraging the production of organic fertilizer. The government stressed the importation of chemical fertilizer costs $400 million annually, which is a burden for foreign exchange deposits and is a major cause for kidney diseases. Farmers have protested shortages of chemical fertilizer in the current season, and some agricultural analysts have warned that there may be sharp falls in some crops due to the lack of fertilizer of the right type and at the right time. Authorities have said farmers will be paid a compensation for any crop losses from the lack of chemicals, with the funds now used to import subsidized fertilizer. Minister Gunawardena told the reporters this morning that the country has made a historic decision in banning fertilizer, which could get higher prices, including for traditional exports like tea. He said that Sri Lanka tea will get an unusual price if the country is to export tea by not using chemical fertilizer or insecticides. Minister Gunawardena added that an organic accreditation agency is making changes in Sri Lanka's standard certification to meet international standards within the next 2 weeks. Trade Minister Bandula Gunawardena denies the allegations that the government will impose a tax on the commodities purchased via online. Anyhow, addressing the media personnel online from the Government Information Department, Minister Gunawardena said that a proper supervision and regulation is highly needed for online transactions.
මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා එක්ස්පෝර්ට් ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් බෝඩ් එක අපනයන සංවර්ධන මණ්ඩලය තානාපති කාර්යාල සහ මේ පිළිබඳ තාක්ෂණික දැනුම ඇති පුද්ගලිකාංශය සමග එකතු වෙලා ලංකාවේ නිෂ්පාදනත් අන්තර්ජාලය හරහා විදේශ වෙළඳපොළට විකුණන්න පුළුවන් විදේශ වෙළඳපොළ ඒවා ගන්න පුළුවන් ඒ සඳහා නියමනයක් අධීක්ෂණයක් සහිත වැඩපිළිවෙලක් සකස් කරන්න මම පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට දැනුම් දුන්නේ එවැනි වැඩපිළිවෙලක් අනාගතයේ සකස් කරනවා කියලා පමණයි මේ බදු කියන වැඩේදී අපි තමයි ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ ජනාධිපතිතුමා තමයි මේ රටේ ජනතාව මත පටවලා තිබුණ අසීමිත බදු පීඩනය අඩු කරපු එකම රාජ්‍ය නායකයා. මොකද පසුගිය රජය යටතේ බදු දඩේමක් තිබුණේ. පසුගිය රජය යටතේ බදු ආදායම 1739ක්. ඒ දැන් 1216යි. රජය මහා ජනතාව මත පනවලා තිබුණ බදු බර අඩු කරලා තියෙනවා. බිලියන 500කින් විතර. වැට් එක භාණ්ඩයක් ගන්නකොට ඔබතුමන්ලා ගෙව්වා එදා 115ක්. දැන් ගෙවන්නේ 108යි. ජාති ඉතිරි කිරීමේ බද්ද කියලා එකක් තිබුණා 103ක්. දැන් එහෙම බද්දක් නැහැ.
Government yesterday defeated the no confidence motion against Energy Minister Udaya Gammampila with 61 voting in favour of the motion and 152 against. Both the opposition United National Party and the National People's Power voted in favour. However, some of them voiced that the motion was politically unwise. Signed by 43 SJB MPs, including opposition leader Sajith Premadasa, the motion cited an official statement by ruling Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna General Secretary MP Sagara Karyawasam blaming the price hike on Minister Gammampila. The Energy Minister, however, states that the price increase was a collective decision made by the Pricing Committee, a sentiment that's since been echoed by the government. The motion was defeated with a majority of 91 votes, as only 61 MPs had voted for the motion while 152 members rejected the motion. 12 MPs abstained or were not present during the vote.
දැන් ඡන්දය පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔව්. දැන් ඡන්දය ප්‍රකාශ කරන්න. යෝජනාවට පක්ෂාය කොළ පාටත් විපක්ෂාය රතු පාටත් භාවිතා කරන්න. යෝජනාවට පක්ෂව ඡන්ද 61යි විපක්ෂව ඡන්ද 152යි. යෝජනාව ප්‍රතික්ෂේප වී ඇත. පරාජය වී ඇත. සභාව කල් තැබීම.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
ඇත්තටම උත්තරය ඇත්ත එකම එක සැබැඳියාවක. ගෙදරට වැඩකට ගමනට එකම එක සැබැඳියාවක බැඳෙන මුළු මහත් රටකට. Good morning sir, how can I help?
SLT Mobitel එකම එක සැබැඳියාව.
ඒත් නෑනේ පොළගාවකේ නම් තිබුණලු.
මම ගියා එහෙත් ඉවරයි.
කාර් එකයි කෝටි ගොඩයි ටිකට් එකයි දිනුම් දෙකයි සම්පත ලග්නවර්ම මාසිකම එකයි.
පරක් වෙලා වාසනාව නැති කරගන්න එපා.
ජාතික ලොතරැයි මණ්ඩලය.
Welcome back after the break. The Colombo stock market sustained its rally, fired by newfound optimism, with both indices up amidst near ₹5 billion turnover. Brokers at the stock market said the bourse remained in the green zone for the second consecutive day, with turnover striking more than ₹3 billion for the third session. One of the brokers at the CSE First Capital Holdings said that ASPI gained 15 points within the first minute of trading yesterday, followed by a short-lived dip till the first 30 minutes of the session. They added that later the index revealed a steady uptrend followed by a sideways movement over the latter part of the session prior to closing at 8,068, gaining 46 points. They added that the turnover was led by the transportation sector, followed by the capital goods sector, collectively accounting for a total contribution of 48%. Asia Securities said the ASPI moved in a narrow range between 8,020 to 8,040 during the first half of the session. However, driven by gains in index heavy counters LOLC, Expo Lanka and Haley's, the index steadily trended upwards and closed with sharp gains. Expo Lanka generated the highest turnover, dominated by retail and high net worth investors, while overall activity remained at stronger levels. Transportation, capital goods, materials and diversified financial sector led activity, collectively accounting for 76.6% of turnover. Asia Securities also said foreigners recorded a net outflow of ₹442.7 million, while their participation declined to 5.5% of turnover. Estimated net foreign buying topped in CIC non-voting at ₹10.4 million and net foreign selling topped in commercial bank non-voting at ₹305.9 million. The government disputed the warning by Moody's Investors Services that said it may further downgrade the island's sovereign rating, saying it was ill-judged as funds were lined up to repay foreign debt, including sovereign bond maturing in July. Finance Ministry in a statement yesterday said the review for downgrade of Sri Lanka's rating, which was already at CAA1, was ill-judged and unacceptable. A statement issued by the Finance Ministry said that Moody's action could create uncertainty among investors who have kept faith in Sri Lankan ISBS and other investments. It also said that as experienced in the past, such undue uncertainty created by the rating agency could lead to price volatilities in the market for ISBS and for other investments. The government stresses that Sri Lanka's economy is picking up and coronavirus vaccination drive is underway. The government also charged that statement by Moody's Investors Service is ill-timed, ill-judged and hence unacceptable. The statement highlighted that the government has taken all measures to repay the upcoming ISB maturity of $1 billion due in end July 2021. And also added that this was not the first time Moody's has taken such surprise action on the eve of an assured imminent payment. The Sri Lankan economy has shown strong signs of broad-based recovery with a real GDP growth of 4.3% in the first quarter of 2021. The domestic vaccination drive is continuing at full force, providing confidence of a continued improvement in economic activity combined with a possible strong rebound of the tourism sector. Ongoing developments in the domestic production economy are expected to improve the country's export potential while facilitating import alternatives. Improving domestic economic sentiments are reflected in the activity in the Colombo Stock Exchange as well. That's all we have for today. Join with us tomorrow at the usual time. Until then, take care. Good night.
State of Business was sponsored by
දැන් සියලුම SLT මොබිටෙල් සේවාවන් වලට My SLT app හරහා එකවර පිවිසීමේ හැකියාව